Hello, welcome back. Quite a lot of stuff happening this turn. Raiden teleported, that's nice. I also named my Mindhunter Large Pretender Humiliation on the off chance that we humiliated a large pretender by killing it. We did not though. Mindhunt hit Sextus. I'm pretty sure Kitiz's god is not named Sextus. But whoever Sextus was, he's now dead. So that's something at least. Search for Earthsight, didn't find any. Cast some astral windows and some scrying pools. And some fires from afar. 10 units were hit, and of these, 2 were killed. Not the most impressive thing I've ever seen, but... Spider battle between Kitiz and Alm. This was a fairly big Kitizian stack, but mostly of slaves. Into... I don't know, a slightly smaller stack of Almish troops. So he has these Marsh Masters at the back, who are mostly casting Horde of Skeletons. One of them has Astral 1, which is very good to have noticed. Slaves are out pretty quickly. But he still manages to take the province. He lost a lot of stuff doing that. But that was this throne province that we've been keeping our eye on. Still got our astral window here for 3 more months. You can see he's got another little stack adjacent as well. This is much larger. It's commanded by a shaman, which you can assume has astral, since my shamans have astral. Next battle in Dal Kapor. This was raiding the wasteland on the coast with my flying Ditanu, who once again successfully manages to fly over all the enemy troops and drop straight onto a mage, which is fantastic. I don't know what it is that makes that whipping noise, but it's pretty cool. It has also stopped, whatever it was. Possible an actual whip, I don't know. So, Small Pretender guy is now to 86 hit points. So I assume his heroic toughness is getting better. Because he's been out of our territory for a while, so it's not Gift of Health. He's just getting bigger. Visham Forest. We attacked into this with 3 guys, right? Is this the province I'm thinking of? Yeah. This was just in case he attacked it with a stack, but he didn't. There's literally nothing here. So you can imagine how that goes against 3 Ditanis. Newland next. This was my V formation stack running towards a throne. Nothing too interesting. Yeah. Didn't lose anything. And then we had 2 battles in Haloma. So first thing that happened is before I stormed, AI Alm rolled up pretty much every single unit that he had in the area. This is a pretty substantial stack into my sieging force. Look at this guy right out in front. Donna the Black Lord. He's missing an arm, it looks like. Yeah. I imagine this guy used to have a weapon as well as a shield, but... Don't you do it! That's right. Attack the giants. No! Don't go for the mages! Yes, that's right. He does have these guardians like mixed in. And they will also do this big fatigue hit to my sacreds as well. It's not quite so bad when there's a big long line like this. Just getting surrounded by them will be scary, I think. Starting to rout pretty hard now. I'm gonna speed it up. Flying Sacred! Good stuff. So that was the first battle in Haloma. As you can see, not an insignificant army. I think the big problem this army has is just no mages. And we lost quite a few sacreds actually. This is probably the biggest loss we've had in... well, since Katiz killed Arditanu, this is probably the biggest loss we've had. 19 sacreds. Found a lot of items this turn as well. And then after that we also then stormed the fort in Haloma. So not nearly as much stuff in here. Who's this guy? Lord Guardian. He's got a bow of war. Interesting little choke point exchange. My flying sacreds are already killing mages though, which is great. I am enjoying that gift of flight, guys. That was the fortress. Still pretty bad. Lost 3 sacreds, but found a ton more items and took the province at least. So all in all, what was that? 19 and then 3? Lost 22 sacreds this turn. And as you can imagine from these 2 battles back to back, we got a lot of diseases because of Fowler this turn as well. In Nuptia, I like this. A mackerel was seen chasing a shark. This is most certainly a bad omen. Misfortune +2. And Queen Forest lost some tax and some income. The disease guy is in Haloma, which is the fort I just had 2 battles on, so yeah, lots of disease this turn. Lost a scout in Erd, found a scout in Dendra, killed 7 diseases and patrolled some unrest. Yeah, Haloma, lots of diseased commanders and lots of diseased units. Every single unit currently being led by a bulk order of magnifying glasses is diseased, and the 3 crossbows led by Anki are also diseased. All of those things are moving out of this fort this turn, so that there will only be diseased commanders here. And we have 4 witches here currently, and I'm flying 2 more witches in. So we'll be curing 6 diseases a turn here, which should clean up the commander's diseases very quickly. And then after that we'll bring the units back and do the same for them. But it'd be nice to not lose any commanders to this. I'm also getting temples up in these 3 provinces this turn, so hopefully my Dominion pushes in as well and we start to get a little bit of the benefit from Gift of Health. But yeah, that's kind of a big priority at the moment, it's just trying to cure some diseases in this area. I would have liked to take the diseased units and just roll them south into Trentspor, but I noticed that another thing that happened in that battle was that we lost a lot of our armor. So a lot of our units have broken armor and broken shields and stuff. Yeah. So they need to sit around for a couple of turns in a fort anyway, while all of their gear gets repaired before we send it out. I don't think anyone in this province has had that problem yet. No. It's like someone cast destruction or something on a lot of my troops. So that's one of the things that I mean, should I talk about... I don't think I'm forging much or doing much else back home. It is really just this area this turn. So yeah, mostly just taking care of disease and moving those troops around and building temples. Over here, the army that just took Newland is going to roll straight onto try and take this throne. And while I'm doing that, I've got these 2 provinces being attacked by Ditanus. So I'm going to have my Ditanus raid all these kind of edge provinces while I take the throne. And I've got 1 Ditanu rolling into Trenchmore on his own. I don't think this guy's seen combat yet. No, he's got no experience yet. So I'm not sure how good the Snake Bladder Stick is. But he's got 3 attacks plus the AoE, what is this? AoE 4 lingering poison effect. I'm hoping he clears up a lot of stuff. But this is quite a big stack. I'm not sure if there are any Guardians here. Haven't seen this army in any reports yet. But I'm just going by the scouting report with it at the moment. It doesn't mention Guardians, so I'm hoping that he'll be okay. Just have to see how that goes. Should I attack it with another Ditanu just to be safe? I don't know. At the moment, this Ditanu down here, my big guy with now 86 hit points, is flying into the caverns. So we're taking a lot of these provinces this turn. Just this one that might be a bit, I don't know, iffy. I'm casting Fires from Afar on it this turn. Maybe I should Mind Hunt it as well. I've got my 2 Mind Hunters casting Mind Hunt on Haloma this turn, trying to kill that Bane Venom guy. But maybe I should try and kill all the commanders in this province to make it easier to take my Ditanu, just in case there's loads of Guardians here. Might be safer. The worry is just that... I don't know. Would that be better? I mean, Mine Hunt is fairly inexpensive. We can do it this turn and then Mine Hunt for the other guy next turn, I suppose. Okay, I'll Mine Hunt in Trenchport just to try and make it a bit easier to attack. I'm just a bit concerned that 1 Ditani might run into a pack of Guardians and get killed, so if we manage to kill all of the commanders in the ritual phase, then the army will just immediately rout and it won't be a problem, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, not much else to really say. I mean, the other little red arrows are mostly just priests and things. Got the witches flying. So that's about it. One thing I did notice is that I checked the recruitment in all these provinces, and there's quite a few provinces in this area that lets me recruit scouts. So you'll recall that I had absolutely no luck finding provinces that let you recruit scouts in Maori territory. We found 2 in total, and the second one was that swamp we took off Ulm, actually. But I think we've got like 3 or 4 now. Maybe I'm recruiting some from forts as well, I'm not sure. No. But yeah, we're recruiting a couple of, there's another one. A couple of scouts in this area. Try and fill out scouting in this area. Last thing to mention is just I'm casting Scrying Pool on these 2 provinces. I just want to make sure that I can see if a Cartesian stack is moving towards Ulm again. I don't want to have the same mistake happen as last time where I end up getting eaten by a laser dog. Incidentally, I can't find his pretender now. It seems to have... I don't know, I guess he attacked into the throne. You notice that his pretender wasn't in the throne conflict. I can't see it on any of the reports here, otherwise I would have tried to snipe it, like I said. It's possible that it moves straight back to his cap. And now that we've seen that there's a Marsh Master around here that has S1, we can't really do any more mine hunting in this area. So I think that's everything that's really happening this turn. The castles are almost built in some provinces. I think the castle is the one that's on the... Oh, it's this one, okay. Oh, I'm also casting Crumble at Erd, okay. Giant fortresses are also nearly complete. So I'm casting Crumble at Erd, so that when we move into it, hopefully we can storm it pretty quickly. Phew, okay. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in just a moment. Hello, welcome back. We hit 8 units with fires from 4 and killed 5. Cool. And cast a Mine Hunt, but Totilo managed to resist. And then somebody else cast Mine Hunt, and Totilo was killed. So, good stuff. Everything else was a failure, I think. Didn't find any new sites. We scryed, cast Crumble on a fort, but unfortunately it didn't smash it open. Didn't find any sites anywhere, and caught a total of 13 slaves. And then we had lots of battles, including some stuff that we spied. So we spied AI Ulm taking back a province from Katiz. This isn't too interesting. There's that noise again. Yeah, so Night Marsh is back under the control of Ulm. Then we took a bunch of provinces. Mostly this is just our Ditanus running into a couple of points of province defense, as per usual. So that was Caverns, next there was Titan's Breath. Same story? Yep, same story. So Titan's Breath. Third next. This is the Throne province. So this is just the province defense that was defending this throne, and this is my stack. Pretty straightforward. That was Erd. Lost the Long Dead. All Woods next. It's another Ditanu, yes. Into another couple of points of province defense. So that was Hall Woods. We also got attacked by Ulm into Dalkapur. This is a province that was adjacent to his fort. The fort that's on the south side by the lake. And he manages to... Look at this pathetic army. He manages to beat the province defense though with it. It's a bit unfortunate. So we've lost that province now. That's this one here. So it's... I should probably put this fort under siege, but I don't have any like loose troops to just leave sitting on it. We also spied a battle between Tianqi and Ulm. This is Tianqi taking provinces on the east side of... Did I say south before when I went to say west? I don't know. But this is this is on the east side, and he's got some blood summons. He's got some devils. These don't look too threatening for our Ditanus though. They have a barbed tail that does 50 points of paralyzing poison damage, but it's reduced for large targets, it requires a magic resistance roll, and it's poison damage. I'm not too afraid of that. And they've also got the frost demons as well, which, you know, again, they do a lot of damage, but it's all cold damage from what I can see. This is blunt. This is a melee weapon though, right? Yeah. The frost blast is range, but it's only 10 points of cold damage. And we have 25 cold resist on our nearest Titani. So these guys don't look too threatening for the forces that I have in the area. Looks cooler. That's Moroni. That's over here. And finally, another battle in Trenchbore. This is another Ditanu. Also goes fine. Don't think they're worth watching anymore, are they? We raised the temple, that's nice. Only one unexpected event. We got Magic +1 in Spire Woods. This is the same event that we had a little while ago. So I'm wondering if it has the same result if I... Oh, that was this province. Oh, I thought... Oh, that's... Alright. Let's continue blood hunting then, but let's move this province... Move these guys... Move this guy out of here. And continue what I was doing with these guys. I thought it was somewhere else. Okay. So we got this event in Spire Woods. Last time it was just a +1 nature bonus on a nature mage. So let's see if my pretender gets the +1 nature this time, or if something else happens. I mean, he's geared pretty well. I'm sure he can survive any kind of weird assassination event that might take place instead. Deadly Disease is in Erd, that's the throne province we're on. Finished lots of our castles and fortresses and stuff. Oh, that's funny, this is just a castle, not a giant castle, because it's a fortress that I took from somebody else. That's quite good. So we've got giant castle and giant fortress. So this needs to be upgraded as well, right? Yeah. Giant castle. And yeah, Erd is almost broken down, but not quite. Cured 9 diseases and patrol away some brigands. Another mess of arrows again. So I'll just briefly first of all mention what's going on up here, because there's only a few bits and pieces. I'm moving my blood mage from Dendra into Bandar. I'm going to start blood hunting in Bandar. It looks like the dominion that I have in this area has started to at least stabilize, and I got a temple up like all the way around it now. I think it might be safe to sit in Bandar Log, and it currently has a Dome of Flaming Death. I can try and get another dome up over it as well. But I'll start blood hunting here instead. It's got almost 30,000 population. And we're making a lot of income now because we're taking so much territory from Ulm. So I'm not too concerned about losing some income from a cat province. So I'm going to move the blood hunter there instead. I am moving one fire mage to the Parched Expanse. And I was going to move my pretender to the Parched Expanse as well, so that he can cast that blood spell. Whoops. This thing, summon Citurium, just to see what it does, because it requires a Wasteland to be cast in. But since that event is in Spire Woods, I guess we'll wait a turn before we do that. Yeah. That's just a priest moving around. There's no temple in Spire Woods, so we'll get one up there next. And over here, I'm moving all of my sacreds to Ashdod. I'm going to move all my sacreds on towards the Parched Expanse. I'm basically going to start building up a few forces in this area to attack Katiz from this side. Because as soon as I finish taking Ulm's territory, I want to roll straight over Katiz if I can. There's a really great route we have through here directly onto his cap, which I think is quite good. So we can start raiding his provinces. He looks quite small as well when you kind of, like, this is all of his territory. If we sweep over Ulm, start raiding these back provinces, prompt some kind of response, and then immediately swing an army in from this direction to just sit on his cap, I think that'll be at the least demoralizing. Need to be careful for his god though. I'm going to start trying to get a lot more scouts down into Cetesian territory over the next couple of turns. I'm forging a full set of Ditanu gear this turn, and I'm summoning a new Ditanu in the Parched Expanse. So again, putting forces together in this area. I think we've got enough stuff down here now. And the only other rituals I'm casting this turn are just sight searching spells. There's no no funny stuff going on. There's no mine hunts or fires from afar or anything like that. Only other movement up here is my water mage. My water mage is going up here to put up frost domes. So down here is where most of the movements are. We can see Tianqi now, and I'm going to take these provinces from him, or at least try to. The demon army doesn't look too threatening, and I don't know what these things are, but they don't look very threatening either from looking at them on the map. So I'm going to hit this province with a Ditanu and this one with a Ditanu as well. I have to be a bit careful in this area because he can almost certainly see this stack now, which means he might drop some ritual spells on me, which I don't really have a good way of dealing with still, because I'm expecting to get attacked by disease demons and stuff. So unfortunately I haven't changed any of my scripting, because there didn't really seem to be much point to doing bodyguards last time, so at the moment these guys are just sat here vulnerable. But the turn after this I can immediately put up domes and stuff. Barak here can put up a arcane dome, and I do have an F2 guy here as well who can put up a flaming death dome as well. And then once they're both up I can put up a water dome as well with my evil naiad. Actually I should probably check how far she can move with flying boots. How far can you move? You can move to Newland. That's not good enough. So let's relocate you to Monarch Woods for now. Other movements this turn is another Ditanu is heading into Range of Light, and this Ditanu is taking back Dal Kapor. And meanwhile up here I'm just still, we've killed most of the diseases in Haloma. And I've got the army that's in this province now moving back to Haloma to now start curing the disease on some of the units. And we still need to fix our armor and shields as well. Only other movement is my prophet. So since this is a throne province and we want to take it, I'm gonna move my prophet down. This feels a bit risky just in case he gets clipped by a disease demon if that gets cast on us, which would be really annoying because it would prevent me from being able to claim thrones. But yeah, I'm gonna risk it anyway. There are so many commanders here that it seems unlikely that he's the one that gets hit if it does happen. With that in mind, maybe I should keep these priests here actually, just to provide more targets. So the priests were all moving back towards Haloma because now that the army up here doesn't have the prophet, they need actual priests. So, but maybe they should just carry on maintaining the siege for now. Maybe that's a better idea. Yeah, and that's everything. Moving the D2 guy here just to defend this province from that little guy, just in case he moves up. But I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Let's put this up to 15 as well, just in case. And I think that's it for this turn. Still getting up temples where I can. And recruiting what I can. Ever since that event hit my cap, I haven't really been able to recruit as much because I lost a lot of recruitment points. So my recruitment of sacreds has been diminished since then, but doing what I can. That's the turn anyway. It looks like Ulm is mostly getting wiped out at this point. I don't want to let Tianqi get a foothold over here, especially not near the throne. I told Abyssia that, hey, I'm going to start taking some Tianqi provinces this turn, but it's really just this stuff. I'm just consolidating the Ulmish territory. I'm kind of operating under well, I'm kind of treating the game now like I'm just at war with Sitiz and Tianqi. And not at war with Abyssia. But the plan really is still just to sweep over knock out those two Ulmish thrones, and then whatever throne this is as well. Sitiz doesn't have any thrones, so this must be held by Tianqi then, because we can see both of Ulm's thrones, and Ulm only has 2, right? Oh, Ulm has 3, okay. So this might also be another Ulmish throne, so this is another target for us too. I'll scry that a bit later, I think. So hopefully we don't get harassed too much with ritual spells in Erd. But since Tianqi is at war with Abyssia, and from all accounts it's not going very well, but I mean this is just what Abyssia is telling me. He says he wiped out a couple of stacks and he's blasting him with horrors this turn. So Tianqi might be a bit too distracted with that to bother dropping rituals on me, but then again, I think he has been chasing me around with a Bane Venom Charm for like the last 30 turns, so who knows. Anyway, that was turn 62. I think that's the first time I haven't been the last person to take my turn in probably like 30 turns. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. I've noticed that these clips have started getting very long, so I'm going to start skipping the events, and I'm going to start skipping most of the ritual messages unless they're really significant. This turn we only found an air site and an astral site for an additional air gem and astral pearl. We got research evocation up to 7. There's quite a few things here we could use. It's tempting to make a bunch of nature boosters now for all my N1s to cast Storm of Thorns, which I remember being quite good. We could also do Stygian Rains, not sure if we need this, but that's also a possibility now. All my S1 D1 guys can do Nether Darts, another great spell. I think we even have one guy who could do Firestorm. And Modern Winter. Lots of stuff there. Next level we get Pillar of Fire, which looks fun. So keep going. Battles, quite a few battles this turn as well. Let's not watch them, let's just go through them quickly. So picked up another province from AI Alm. We spied a battle between, I'll watch this one, we spied a battle between Tianqi and Abyssia in a cave. This is, oh, it's nothing interesting. Just the same squad of demons that we've seen already from Tianqi. So that force did just take an Elmish province, and now it's moved on to carry on attacking Abyssia, which is good. I hope he stays focused on Abyssia. We saw Sitiz take back that Elmish swamp from the AI. This army looks pathetic. It's just a lot of very, very weak units and a few Maskmasters. We took that province back from Tianqi, there was nothing there. We saw Tianqi take a province off Sitiz, which is interesting. So I guess Tianqi is also at war with Sitiz as well. We took another province off AI Alm. And we took another province off Tianqi. Only event that was interesting was Nuptia, where we lost the Lake province unfortunately to independence. That's here. And Erd has been breached. We also got another Ditanu into the Hall of Fame. This guy got Tough Skin for increased protection. That's another quite cool one, I think. Yeah, so let's start up here. This turn the only rituals I'm casting are site searching spells again, and normal magic summoning stuff. And the only things I'm forging are a Horn Helmet, a bunch of Endless Bags of Wine, because somehow I don't have enough at the moment, and a few more Earth Boosters and Astral Boosters. I'm still just making sure that I've got enough gear in this area to attack Sitiz from this side. I do have a couple of Sacreds in this fort. I've got quite a few Sacreds now saved up in this fort. As well as quite a few of these big mages. I've got some skeletons and a few more Sacreds here. Plus raiding area 5-1, the new Ditanu I've just summoned. I'm just forging him a Horn Helmet this turn. And of course I've still got Decency here as well, who's still in the area with his Shadowbrand. So there's lots of stuff in this area now we can roll into Sitiz with. I'm just going to leave it a few turns though. I'm going to let him take this fort first, and then finish off taking most of Alm's stuff. I'm moving one Astral guy down into the lake here with a few more Sacreds that were hanging around in Dunvale. And I'm moving the priest here who was underwater with his Amulet of Breathing to Fields of Gold, which I'm also attacking with a 10 ATP stream. I'm going to start sieging this fort with a Ditanu, and then I'm rolling out a bunch of just the kind of stuff I had left in Haloma, which isn't much, just a couple of sacreds. There's the D2 guy in there somewhere doing a horde of skeletons. A few nature guys, a few witches, some priests. That's it. I think those guys plus a Ditanu. I'm going to sit on Fields of Gold. We'll cast Crumble on it each turn till it opens, and then just try and take that quickly so that I can get temples down in this area. You can see we've actually lost candles in Bandar Log again. I'm a bit nervous about having stuff here. It's kind of crazy that we have temples in all these provinces. And our Dominion is up to Dominion 12 with the temple that helps us, the throne that helps us with Dominion conflict. Got 2 thrones in this area, got my Pretender in this area, and I still cannot keep positive candles in Bandar Log, which is worrying. So we'll sit on this fort and start building temples in this area as well. Take back this water province in a few turns too. Down here on Erd, I'm moving a few more witches onto this fort, as well as my evil Naiad. And it's being stormed this turn. I'm mostly just moving units down to make sure we can keep curing diseases, because the Bane Venom guy is still in this province. I should probably mind hunt him after this. And the water guy is coming to make sure I can put a Frost Dome over this province next turn. Next turn I'm going to put up an Astral Dome, Fire Dome, and a Frost Dome over Erd, I think. Get the temple down quick, claim the throne, start putting out Dominion in this area, and use that as our new base of operations in this region. That would be Parched, and Erd would be the 2 thrones I work from as I move towards this throne, and then this throne. Unless this is owned by Ulm, which I think it is, in which case we might take that first. That's still the plan. So, storm the fort this turn. Ditanis are going to take these 2 more Tianqi provinces. This Ditanu went insane this turn, unfortunately, so he's just going to pillage Range of Light. That's fine. I also have my stealthy shade-mailed S2 guys in this area now. They're going to try and catch up to the Ditanus that don't have Astral and walk around with them to make sure I don't get mine hunted. Or that if I do get mine hunted, they produce a nasty surprise. And hopefully Tianqi keeps using this force to just keep attacking Abyssia. That'd be really useful for us. I think that's everything really. I'll end the turn there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.